The fire in the center of the circle was burning hotter, casting airy shadows on the faces of the girls who stood around it. They moved as if they were in a trance, their eyes glassy, mouths curved into disturbing smiles. Amanda's heart pounded in her chest as she stood still, the weight of the bracelet on her wrist becoming even tighter, as if stopping her from running away. Tina stood in the center of the circle, her face illuminated by the burning fire. She looked different, darker, more evil. The playful charm she had shown at school was gone, replaced by a cold, evil look of a witch, and Amanda was scared to death. "Welcome, Amanda. You are now an angel of hell," Tina said, like the witch she is. "You are the only one here who didn't eat the biscuit." Amanda swallowed hard, her throat dry. The other girls stared blankly at the fire as they danced around the fire like people possessed of evil spirits. They weren't really aware of where they were. Tina stepped closer to Amanda, looking at her a daring stare. "You should have eaten the biscuit like the others. If you had, you wouldn't be so aware. You wouldn't be so terrified." She smiled, but it was a cruel smile. "But it doesn't matter, Amanda. You wore the bracelet. That's enough to bind us together," Tina said. "Us?" Amanda's voice was barely a whisper. Her hands trembled as she tried to pull the bracelet off, but it wouldn't move. The cold metal tightened around her wrist, as if melting into her skin. Tina's smile widened. "Oh, poor Amanda. You really don't know, do you? You've joined us. Whether you like it or not, you are now part of the angels of hell." She laughed. Amanda wanted to run mad with fear. "Angels of hell? What does that even mean?" she shouted. Tina's face shifted again. She immediately changed her face to that of a witch. She wasn't just a schoolgirl. Something was ancient, something evil. "I'm not a student, Amanda. I haven't been for over 1,000 years." Tina's voice lowered to a chilling whisper. "I'm a witch. One who has lived here, in this school, pretending to be one of you, feeding on the newborn babies in town to stay young and beautiful." "Amanda, you don't know what's coming for you," Tina said. Amanda felt her knees melting away. A witch? She could hardly breathe. "This can't be happening," she said to herself. "This can't be real." "Oh, it's very real," Tina said. "Amanda, you and I, we are one. You are not one of us," Tina said. The other girls began to chant softly, their voices rising as they sang, "Angel of hell, we are the angels of hell. Angel of hell, we hail thee," they shouted. Amanda wanted to scream. She wanted to run, but her feet felt glued to the ground. The bracelets burned against her skin, making it impossible to move. One of the girls, a tall figure with hollow eyes, stepped forward and shouted, It's time for the initiation." The other girls cheered, their voices echoing through the dark forest. Only Amanda remained fully conscious, fully aware of the horror about to unfold. She was the newcomer, and she, along with another girl, had to be initiated into the cult. Tina's face brightened with cruel delight. "You will receive 10 strokes of the cane, Amanda, and we will remove one of your teeth." She stepped closer, her voice dripping with malice. "Oh, let's not forget the blood oath." Amanda shook her head violently, tears streaming down her face. "No, please, don't do this to me, no," she begged, her voice trembling with fear. The other girls, still under Tina's control, were smiling widely, clapping their hands in airy excitement. New members for our Queen Tina! Hail angels of hell!" they sang. Tina raised her hand, and before Amanda could even think of running, the other girls grabbed her. They forced her to the ground, holding her down as one of them pulled out a cane. Amanda screamed as the first stroke hit her back, the pain staring through her body. By the 10th stroke, she was shaking, her vision blurred by tears, but the worst was yet to come. One of the girls, someone Amanda had barely noticed before, came forward with a sharp tool. Amanda's mouth was forced open, and with a quick, brutal yank, one of her teeth was ripped out. She cried out in agony, her body convulsing with pain. Then came the blood oath. Tina held a small bowl filled with thick, dark liquid. Amanda's hands were shaking uncontrollably as they forced her to drink it. The taste was metallic, bitter, and it burned her throat as it went down. The chanting grew louder, and the girls sang praises to Tina, hailing her as their queen. Amanda's mind raced. What have I gotten myself into? Tina's laughter echoed through the forest. You are now one of us, Amanda. You are now one of us, and there is no going back, she shouted. As the other girls celebrated their initiation, Amanda's mind was filled with terror and confusion. She had to find a way out. There had to be a way to break free, but the bracelets held her tight, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remove it. Tina's eyes flickered with amusement as she watched Amanda struggle. Don't bother, Amanda. The bracelet stays. It's your bond to us, and you will wear it until the end. Amanda glared at her, wiping the blood from her mouth. I will never do what you want. I am not one of you. I can never be one of you, Amanda shouted. Tina's smile didn't change. You will, Amanda. Sooner or later, you will. She took a step closer, her voice lowering to a whisper. In fact, I have your first tax ready for you. Amanda's heart sank. What tax? Tina's eye gleamed with malice. Our maths teacher, Mr. Obi. He has been a problem. He's refusing my advances, you see. I need you to seduce him and get him expelled from this school, Tina commanded. Amanda's stomach turned. I won't do it! Never! I can never do that! Tina's smile vanished. Her face twisted into something far more scarier.
Oh, but you will?
If you don't, Amanda, you'll pay a price. Something more valuable than that tooth you lost today. I'd rather die than help you, Amanda spat, her voice shaking. Tina laughed. Careful for what you wish for, Amanda. If you try to tell anyone about what you've seen tonight, I will make sure you are paralyzed. You will die 3 days after that. Her voice dripped with certainty. Trust me, no one will believe you, and by the time they do, it will be too late, Tina said. Amanda trembled, fear gripping her like a vice. What can I do? What have I gotten into? She said to herself. That night marked the beginning of her nightmare. Every day, Tina reminded her of her tax. You will seduce him, Amanda, or else. And if you don't, someone you love will suffer, she whispered every time to Amanda. Amanda tried to resist, tried to think of ways to escape the court's grip, but the bracelet was always there, a constant reminder of her entrapment. The other girls seemed happy, utterly loyal to Tina. They completed the tasks she gave them without question. Tasks like sneaking into town at night to steal babies, mixing strange portions, and offering things that terrified Amanda even more. But none of them saw the evil in Tina. To them, she was their savior, their queen. One night, Amanda sat in the dormitory staring at the bracelet, wishing she could rip it off. Tina has given another task that month, to go out and sleep with men and get pregnant. She gave them a concoction that made sure they got pregnant. When they get pregnant, on the 3rd month, they will come to Tina and she will feed on the babies to remain fresh. The girls drank eagerly, laughing and chatting about their future babies. They didn't know that the ritual wasn't for them. It was to keep Tina young, to preserve her beauty by feeding on unborn babies while their wombs got destroyed. Amanda couldn't believe how deep she had fallen into this nightmare. She couldn't believe what she had witnessed, and she couldn't tell anyone. But Amanda had made up her mind. I won't be like the others. I will find a way to break free, she said to herself. But how long could she last? And what price would she have to pay for her freedom? To be continued in part 3. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. Until next time, bye.